Hey, it's Tom. Cold smoking versus hot smoking. This was the first type of smoking that I did, and I've had this thing for a long time. This is one method of hot smoking. I'm going to talk about all this other stuff. Hot smoking, I break down, and I do this on my blog as well, indirect and direct. This one, for trout, sausages, all sorts of things, the wood goes down on the bottom there, then you've got a little tiny grill, goes over it. You use bugger all, really not a lot of wood. Like I'm talking half a handful, because when I'm doing like fillets of trout or fillets of trout, then it's only for like 10 or 15 minutes. Anyway, the trout fillets go down along there, slide it on, and I've done this on an open fire, normally on like a propane or gas element of some kind, outside obviously. You've got a direct heat, heating the wood up in the same area as the food, the meat, or whatever you were smoking. I've done corn in here as well. That is hot smoking direct. Cold smoking is always done under 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. A lot less is generally safer and better. Hot smoking, cold smoking. So basically I can't cold smoke in one of those. Cold smoking with a smoke generator or with a pellet grill, that's what I'm doing. Things like dry cured salami, that's what I'm doing. Cheese, cold smoking salt, cream, chocolate, vegetables. Spices is the one thing I want to check out. That's something I'm going to check out as well. But all possible. The key thing, and people don't honestly people don't realize it, is hot smoking is cooking. It's like basically cooking with smoke around it. So if you take into account all the low and slow stuff, because it's pretty massive nowadays, low and slow, which I believe is based on the German and Czech early immigrants in America, if you want to go back quite a few years, but they traditionally smoke a lot. Low and slow is indirect cooking with some smoke around it, charcoal or wood. I've played around with all of that as well. It's awesome stuff, but I still categorize all of that as hot smoking indirect, and then hot smoking direct. So it's awesome, especially like obviously anything low and slow, hot smoked, which you're rendering the fat and it has fat in it, works really well. That's why your big fatty spare ribs, your brisket, your pork butt, your pulled pork, all of that stuff. I still like my good old fashioned direct hot smoking, which I think they do a fair bit of it in the United Kingdom, as well as in Scandinavia as well. If you want to get into something like this, I'll put some links to this type of product you'll find on Amazon and stuff. But really, you don't want anything that has any rivets or it's foldable, collapsible. This is one piece of metal and then just a lid. Because if you can run them on kerosene and you have little burners that come with them, and then you actually can get some of that flavor inside of it through the cracks, which is best avoided. Now this channel is obviously all about like cold smoking, charcuterie and dry curing meat. There are a couple of other ways that I've used, but if you want to do it inside the house, you can use a method based loosely on the Chinese method. It's called wok smoking. So I'm not going to grab a wok, I'll just explain it to you. But if you can imagine, it's like you're kind of like toasting rice, and you can do spices and maybe a bit of wood in there, and then you're trapping that little bit of smoke and vapor. You trap it just inside the area in the wok, and then if you have an extractor fan going and sucking it all out, you can get a certain level of smoke flavor. The other one you might have seen, there's a little smoke vapor guns, but really what I think is that you cook whatever you want to do, and then you can infuse a little bit of smoke flavor, but it's not going to be anything like hot smoking or cold smoking. If you're getting started, probably the easiest things I think for hot smoking would be like a portable smoker. The other one is the electric smoker. The most proven one is definitely the Masterbuilt smoker. I'll put a link to that in the description if you haven't seen it. It's an oven, outdoor, set and forget. Pellet grill smokers are excellent as well. They have the ability to do direct or indirect. Not the best searers, but if you use a cast iron pan or grill grates, you can smash it out. But really, if you wanted to start off with cold smoking, it gets a bit of bad press, I think, online I've noticed, but I've written a ton of it on my blog, Eat Cured Meat, and people are starting to get into it, I think, a bit more. Cheese, any type of non-meat thing, give that a nudge. So I'll do a link as well to my video on cold smoking because it's a little bit more to it. Thanks for watching. Bye.